Ladies, let's talk. Why does some part of the society believe that a woman should not amount to much until a man shows up with a ring and a surname? Or if a woman builds something for herself, a career, a path, an ambition, or a calling, she's supposed to pack up everything inside her handbag and follow a man in marriage. So we're asking, should a woman lose her identity and purpose in marriage to align with the man? This and more on this episode of the show. Don't go nowhere. You're welcome to the EBUN Show, a talk show for women and the men who love them. On this episode, we're going to be talking about something that every woman feels deeply. Purpose before marriage, building something for yourself, and purpose in marriage. A lot of us grew up with one script. As a woman, you have to be homely. You have to take care of the home. And the modern woman, she's building something for herself. Career, ministries, brands, businesses, a whole empire before marriage. And here's where the tension comes in. When marriage eventually happens, does her purpose automatically take the back seat? Should she pack up everything or shrink herself just to fit into marriage or for that marriage to be peaceful? And how do men respond to a woman who is strong, building her career and her calling? On this episode of the EBUN Show, I have Ajoke Badmus, an esthetician. Together we'll be doing justice to this topic. Hey sis.
Hi.
It's good to have you on the EBUN Show.
Thank you. I'm pleasured.
As in, I don't know why they say ladies get into a space and they beef themselves. Like, yes. Because I can remember the day we met. Yeah. I think it was nails.
Yeah, we went to fix our nails.
Yes, we were fixing our nails and I was like, oh, do red. Yeah. And she was like, it's been a long time I've done it. I'm like, do red, Joy, to fit you. And then we just started talking. It was as if we had known each other.
Since like forever. There's no beef here. At least where we come from,
no beef.
No beef.
I don't understand it.
And it's just, I think it's inferiority complex for you to go somewhere or you meet a certain person and then you just feel like, oh, I don't want to talk to her. You size the person up and you be like, I think it speaks a whole lot about your self-esteem. If you feel good, for instance, if I see someone out there, maybe I go out and I see a lady, she's looking so nice and
you say,
I'm like, babe, you're so fine. I like what you're wearing.
Don't they look at you
weird?
How
you smell. No, sometimes
they're not sure, like, are you for real?
For real?
Yeah.
Because it's not really common out there for girls to compliment girls. Because we just feel like, let me just keep quiet, or I don't want someone to snub me. Or But sometimes I'll go, you're looking very fine.
You're fine. No.
The way I say it, you might not have a choice than to smile because you will not see any element of beef on my face, like, you know? Yeah. I think it just talks about your self-esteem.
Honestly. Yeah. Now to why we're here today, right? Yeah. We want to talk about who a woman should be. What should a woman be doing with her life before this issue of marriage or no marriage? So the first question would be a personal one for you.
Okay.
Growing up, what were you vying for? What were you working to become?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. You know, we come from a society whereby there's this certain expectations. Like, for me personally, I'd say I didn't really have anyone to sit me down to tell me that, oh, I think this is how it should be done. But we just have this major mindset that, oh, once you get to school, once you're done with your secondary school, you're going to the university. After the university, you should be thinking of getting married, having kids. So I grew up with that perspective, yes. But on the other hand, I still had a mindset of, okay, when I grow up, I personally knew since I was like 16, 15 that I was not going to do office work. Like, I wanted to be free. I knew that I was a free bird from time. But expectations from the families like, oh, you have to get married at a certain age. Me, for instance, I'm the only child my father has. So everybody expected that you should quickly get married and start having kids. We need to have a lot of grandbabies from you.
Like you have to pay for
what
they didn't have. Yes.
So I had this high hopes of, I want to quickly get married. I'm like, by 25, I should get married. By 30, I should have all my kids already, so that I'll start, you know. So that was the expectation for me, or that was what I assumed I should do. So, but let's say it took me time to understand that life is not really like that.
Honestly, you said 25, right? Mine was 22.
Oh. I tried.
Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Because at 22, I wasn't done with school.
Okay.
Like, I graduated at 24, you know. But I just wanted that idea. Sometimes we don't even know who we are. We have not come to the full acknowledgement of our personality.
Right.
You know? Then it's just because, you know, growing up then, there was this way marriage was celebrated and no other thing was celebrated for a woman. I'd not heard testimonies of a woman becoming the MD of this and so much celebration around towards what a woman should become other than the marriage. So if that is the most beautiful thing you see year in, year out, that is what you're gunning for. Of course. Like, oh, I'm waiting for a time when this ceremony will be done in my name and all of that. So, but when even I got into school at 19, I was like, Ebunlomo Oguntoye. 22 became 29 at the end of the day, because I had to work. I had to do some things for myself. But again, there's some part of the society who believe, what are you doing? Like,
what's the problem?
What's the problem? What are you trying to achieve?
Like, kilo de kilo she. Is it all about the money or wanting to find like a niche for yourself or something? But so far so good. I strongly believe right now we should teach our girl child the importance of having an identity before it gets to the stage of marriage. We shouldn't let them feel like marriage is an accomplishment or like is a must at a certain stage in life. You must get married at your 20s or be somebody first. Or it's possible you can be a little bit of a somebody and you meet the right man who would push that somebody and it becomes like you blossom. That's one of the most beautiful thing. But have an identity.
He painted me that I didn't see some of the clips that trended around this period of certain preachings or just talks around the woman's purpose is to fulfill the man's purpose. So now if we're saying that a woman should have an identity and she has an identity, because the modern woman, we believe that she pushes towards her career, she wants to build something, and then you're hearing a lot of talks around, no, the woman is to fulfill the purpose
of
a man. Would that not be a problem?
I pray for any lady out there that you meet a man that's what's the best word to use, that fits you perfectly, in the sense that from where the angle you're coming from, having an identity or you already have a career or you've already been something for yourself before meeting a particular man, and then you have to maybe stoop low a bit or bring yourself down a bit in order for the man to succeed or whatever the case may be. I'm not really pally to that. I don't gravitate towards such. That is why, as a woman who already has an identity, you have to look for or be at par with somebody that shares your views or is like who you are or shares your life, your life views. So having to put yourself down for a man to rise up, I don't think that is how it is. Marriage is supposed to be a place whereby two people come together and become one, in the sense that I'm growing, you are growing. Not that you are growing, I'm going down. Before you know it, you become bitter. You wake up one day and you be like, what is exactly going on with me? You'll be unhappy, no matter how rich the man becomes or how comfortable he tries to make you. Because there are some men, they know how to care for their wives. Yeah, I give it to them. But because as a woman who is ambitious or who knows or who has an identity, you would be unhappy regardless of the wealth that is given to you.
It is at that point you begin to understand that fulfillment is beyond money.
Self-actualization. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it placed self-actualization at the top, at the peak. It's just like we have some women that don't want to do things, like you said earlier in our earlier conversation. They don't want to be somebody per se. They just want to live. Like, I want to be somebody's wife. I just want to be somebody's mom.
That's the dream.
I want to be pampered.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. Individual differences. I am a huge fan of you. At least she identifies with who she wants to be.
And that in itself is an identity.
It is an identity, no problem. So far, your husband can carry the responsibility, and nothing must happen to his business.
That husband.
Nothing must happen to that man. And you should have very wonderful in-laws. Because the kind of things you are going to hear, you are just sitting down, eating our brother's money. You are just, and the brother saw you like that. Regardless, individual difference, I reiterate. But as a woman who has an identity, and when we talk about your calling or identity, it means you found your purpose, you know your gift, you know your strength, you want to be somebody. You want to be, for instance, I'm Ajoke. I want to be known as Ajoke. I don't want to be known as, oh, Mr. Tola's or Mr. Martin's wife. I want to be known as somebody. Oh, she has this business. Oh, she runs that.
She has something going
on for her. So I'll strongly tell you as a woman, or I'd strongly say this, that gravitate towards people or a man that is like you. Don't, because of age, environmental factors, or societal reasons, settle, which is a mistake that majority of us we make. Yeah. Personally, I knew who I wanted to be since I was like 16. I knew that I am one woman that I want to have my own money. I want to do my own things. In as much I love. I love the idea of being married. But I love a situation where my husband will wake up one day and be like, babe, I'm so proud of you. Like, you did that. Oh, in a little while you achieved this. Yeah, that's kind of energy I want.
So we were saying this idea of women being built solely for marriage probably was passed down by our immediate moms. Because, you know, the women that we read about in history controlled markets.
Yes.
Were part of governance. So what happened?
Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe I really can't wrap my head around it, because my grandma was a no-nonsense woman. She had so many businesses, like she was in control of a lot of things, and I just find it hard when you see the women, moms, they are the very, very laid back. Maybe I can't wrap my head around it.
Maybe it was the era.
Maybe it's just the era. Maybe there's a shift in. There's just a shift in maybe something, because this generation were like our grandmothers that knew what they wanted, that stood for something or believed strongly in themselves. I don't know what happened to our moms.
But don't you think there's a divide in this present generation? Because while we have women who are varying, who are powerful, financially stable, we also have this crop of ladies that to even visit a guy they're dating, he has to send money. They want to buy a wig. How do we even deal with that? How do men take us seriously like that?
It all boils down to the fact that these particular women that believe that before they would step out of their house, the guy must buy them a recharge card or something. It's just their mindset. It's when you have a small mind. Not that it's a bad thing for a man to give you stuff. It's actually a necessity. I love gifts. It's like one of my love languages. You want to drive me crazy, please buy me stuffs. I'll be very happy. Like, I'll be like, okay, you're thinking about me.
But you know, it is even more worth it when he buys it knowing that you can afford that thing.
That's it. That's the beauty.
That's the flex.
It's about the mind of the woman. That is why they will attract those kinds of men. They will attract the kind of men that they want to attract. You can't be like that, of that kind of reasoning, and then you expect a certain level of guy to be in your life. A man out there that really knows his onions, or that's maybe my kind of guy, will know that I want a woman who is capable enough to take care of herself, or a woman that can support me when I need support. I would gravitate. I think a guy that would see me would know that, oh, she has something going on. At first, you look at yourself. That's for a woman that has something going on for herself as much as this, what do I have to offer her? So you will not even expect me to ask you for money to buy fuel into my car before I come. I think the right thing for you to do is you to be thinking about, oh, how can I compensate her for coming all the way? And it's a matter of who you are. You would gravitate towards who you are. So all these girls that be like, if you don't buy me this, you don't buy me that, you are not up to my standard. Well, it's also good for them. Maybe you look at where they grew up, the kind of friends they have, because some people they were well trained. All of a sudden they became someone else because of the kind of people they move with. So it all boils down to you as an individual, who you are, what you want for yourself. If you depend solely on men to finance your lifestyle, you would mess around. You would go from here to there. You would take rubbish because you want him to finance your lifestyle. You can't tell him he's messing up. You will take his crap, he will beat you, you will take it, you suck it up.
Because if you move on,
he will cheat on you.
The money for the next meal.
It depends on the guy.
Yeah.
But when you have something doing, you have your own job, you can tell a guy, I'm sorry, I won't take that from you. For example, you catch him cheating or something in a relationship, not even marriage. You can easily walk out of such relationships. Or a man disrespects you. He talks to you in a way you can't accept. And you've maybe tried to let him understand that, please, I don't like being spoken to like this. I, for one, I don't like people shouting at me. I was raised by a disciplinarian and she used to shout a lot. So it got to an extent I had selective hearing. Because the kind of things she would say to me sometimes used to hurt me so much. So I got to a stage that I'll just be looking at her talking. I wouldn't hear a word. Oh. So I grew up with that. I don't like being where I'm being shouted at. So if I'm with someone or I meet someone or I'm like, please, if you want to pass a message to me, you're upset, I understand. Don't shout at me. I immediately get defensive. Like I won't hear a word. I won't shout back at you. The only thing that make me shout back at you is maybe you have overdone it. I can be like, okay. Slow down your horses. But I won't hear you. That's why I would definitely love to be where in an environment that is comfortable enough for me. So basically, it's about maybe your upbringing. That's why it's be in a space that suits you. Or move with people. Even if you are not well brought up, teach yourself.
Toba koyon your man tun re ko, right?
And to ko dada go. Atushi tun re ko. It's just a personal thing.
So in marriage itself, because there will be compromises, right? So you have your dream, you have your ambitions, and maybe when you even started off in the marriage, it was cool. You were aligned. But you know, as time goes on, maybe you get promoted and then that promotion is going to take you to move out of the current city, you and your family. Yes, because we need to be able to talk about that. There are some extremes. Or at a point, you are here, you're grounded, you're the head of whatever you're running, and then the man has to move. It becomes necessary for him to move from where you currently stay. How should it be managed? Who should take the compromise first?
That is where communication comes in. I strongly believe in communication. Both of you sit down, weigh the pros and the cons. Because it might be more beneficial to a man if he goes for that promotion and we have to leave the city. If it is more beneficial for my husband, I might compromise. But let's say it's not really beneficial. Like, okay, it's not like the pay is that great. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe something is not just right. Or maybe we're making more income from my business.
But the man still wants to be the man. He's the one in charge. He wants to be the one to fend. He doesn't want to spend your money. I guess. You know, because these are the arguments that we have every day in families.
That's where compromise comes in sometimes. That is why in every structure you are building a business, except maybe you're working for somebody, right? There are some organizations that are flexible, like they'll be like, okay, because you have to move, let's put you in a branch around there. Or if it is your organization, that is why you have to build your organization or your business in such a way that it might be able to run without your physical presence. There are a lot of people that have business organizations that have like several branches, and the businesses are running. So compromise, I think sometimes we have to compromise. As a woman, I don't mind compromising for my marriage. I don't mind compromising for my man. The only problem is if it is at the detriment of everything that I've worked for. I think that's where there might be a problem. And that is where the man too will not think about his pride alone. Synergy, we have to meet at a point. There has to be an equilibrium. He has to also consider everything I've worked my, like 10 years of my life for. And be like, okay, babe, it's not worth it. Okay, it's worth it. Let's do this together. Compromise. It could be from the woman, it could be from the man.
From the man.
But for me, I am a strong advocate of, if need be, yes, why not? It might be uncomfortable. That's why we're married. We have to bend sometimes, even though it's not so comfortable for us. Everything cannot be comfortable. It's not possible. We just have to come to an agreement. There should be an equilibrium. So I don't mind compromising. Sometimes.
All right. Sometimes. Now, let's talk about red flags.
Okay.
In men that you see, because sometimes when you speak with people later on in life and maybe the resentment you spoke about, you wake up and you're like, is this who I have become? I used to be this, I used to. When you listen carefully to women, you hear, and I saw it too. So what are the red flags of men who are easily intimidated by women who have something going for themselves?
Aside from women that have something going for themselves, let's hold that. Red flags for me for men. A man who doesn't like to communicate is a major red flag. Trust me, I've been there. Who never likes to sit down and communicate. The minute you address the situation, babe, let's talk about this, it's like, please. I don't want to talk about it. And I am someone who likes to communicate my feelings. If I'm happy, if I'm not happy, let's talk about it. So when it got to a stage, we kept on going on and on, I became reserved. So there was nothing he was doing that was not okay by me. So, but when I get to that point, you know that it has gotten to a point I'm making decisions whether I want to continue with this. Another thing that you should watch out for as a woman or as a man is how your spouse treats his family or people around him. Trust me, when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's always roses, it's always beautiful.
Always mushy.
If you want to know the person's character, look at how that person treats his workers. Look at how he handles conflict with his own family members. It will tell you who this person is, how he will treat you by the time you guys are fully
Because eventually
inside.
you become family.
Because you become family. Yes. We can keep malice. He can keep malice with me conveniently 1 week straight. But I saw it. I did not think it was going to get to me. I saw it. But I ignored it. I felt... So there are some things you would see. You have to just look at it and think about it. Can you deal? It was a problem. It was a major problem. So I would strongly look at how the person treats people around them. And for men that are going to be, you might not really know if a man would be envious or would have a problem with you being more successful while you're in a relationship. You might not really know.
Especially if you are not at that point at the time. Yeah.
Except maybe you have conversations around that area, or maybe you're watching a video and they're talking about it. The way he handles it or the responses he gives will tell you, Oga, am I safe?
Okay, I read a story online and the girl is a rich kid.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, how they met was that the guy came to see the lady to help influence with an interview he had at the dad's company.
I saw it. Dang.
We belong to the same community.
When I said,
yes.
No, Laila.
Yes.
She should do what? Leave the organization.
Let me, for the sake of the viewers at home, let me finish the gist.
Yeah, please.
Yes, context. So they got off dating, and then apparently the lady holds a position at the place of work, and then you got the job. And then it became maybe the lady should get a job elsewhere so that there won't be side talks that I'm like, you are not even started hearing the side talks. You are preempting
already
that there will be side talks. And then, unfortunately, the girl's mother, even the men didn't see anything wrong. The father felt, okay, it's okay if it will help him, you know, feel better. But the mom goes ahead to say, no. Mike, I commented though. I said, listen to your mom. Because we ladies are very sensitive. We can pick stuff. Aside from that, if you are a man, you have issues with that. You met the lady there. If you think it's going to be an issue, move.
You shouldn't even take the job in the first place.
Why did you take the job?
Why did you take the job?
I mean, there are 1,001 places you could have submitted your application.
Another job. Or better still, talk to your father-in-law. He would have connects elsewhere. Daddy, slot me elsewhere, or let me be in your other company. Because obviously, you guys are already in a stage of, in the stage whereby you guys are almost like getting married or stuff like that. So, basically, you leave the job.
Because the feeling is your feeling, not the ladies. You're the one feeling uncomfortable.
I will not do it.
I won't do it though.
I'm sorry.
You are chasing us. They are saying we should be going. Like 3 of them just did like this. All right, sis. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
And I want to ask you a question in the house. What do you think about this that we've spoken about?
Okay.
Should a lady make something for herself? That is one. Secondly, at the point of marriage, how should she handle all that she has built over the years?
Yeah.
Have you had this experience? Please, we want you to bear it all out in the comment section. We also have cases of people whose spouses are abroad and they have businesses here. And I particularly have one. She has cold feet. Do you love the guy? Yes. Do you want to marry him? Yes. But I've built something for myself here and the guy is abroad. So all these things we want to know so that we can learn together, we can heal together, we can grow and glow together. And that will be it on this episode. Bye.
Bye.
We have these gifts for you. It's a verse from Mary Alma. Mary Alma are my daughters, Shemilore and Mumuri.
Okay.
See those girls. So they've been saving. They've been saving in their piggy, what do they call that thing? Piggy bank. So I said, let's open this bank. They said, no, I want to travel to Canada. So I'm like, you know how much tickets is to go to Canada? So I told them, we're going to do something.
Okay.
Break this piggy. Let's do business. This is how much you have. Count it. You cannot go to Canada saving like this. Let's start business. And really, they've been involved in it. So they made this, of course, with the help of mom. So we're gifting you this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so cute. Like, I'm going to buy flowers. Put it on my table at work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.